to make it their next home. It's saddening to note that oil theft in Nigeria has become hydra-headed monster. The more you cut it, the more it grows others. Operatives of the Tantita Security Services, owned by erstwhile leader of the Niger Delta agitators government, Ekpemupolo, popularly called Tompolo, intercepted an allegedly stolen vessel laden with suspected crude oil in Koko area of Warri North local government area of Delta States. In this latest incident of crude oil theft in the country, the vessel was said to be carrying about 8,100 barrels of suspected crude oil and was being allegedly escorted by some naval officers led by a commodore. This is not, it's not good at all. Yes, never commodore.
We don't.
So now, confirming what has been said before, that officially.
Now look at what they are saying was that yes, it was authorized to carry products by the Navy, but did not have any approvals from the Nigerian Mainstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority.
What's the meaning of that?
The question is, does the Navy have the right to commandeer a vessel to carry products? Whose product is it? Is it their products? Are they involved in oil production? I mean, in our country, all kinds of strange things happen now. Sometimes you will almost run mad. What's going on? What's going on? We suspected all along that, look, without official collusion, there's no way people will be stealing more than 500,000 barrels of oil a day, thereby making it difficult for us as a country to even make enough money. Everybody is smiling to the bank over the Putin war. We are the only oil major that is not making money. Come on, I mean, this has to stop. And there's a big campaign now to say, oh, let's stop the Tompolo's company. Let's stop this. What the truth is, within the time that they've been involved in this thing,
yes,
people have seen some progress now.
Yes.
We can't deny it, except we don't fear God. Although I know a lot of us don't fear God. And there are the same people who complain that somebody swear to God. How is their business? I don't know. What you do is between you and your God. You commune with your God. You promise your God that, okay, you want to do this. It bothers you that somebody decided to swear to God. For a lot of people parading our streets, claiming that they are good Christians or good Muslims, they are worse than animists. They are not Christians in the real sense of the word because they are not Christ-like. There's a lot of sabotage in our country. There's a lot of sabotage. You don't want Tompolo to continue to do this. They should not renew his contract. Well, people have seen that this kind of arrests were not being made before now.
In the last 3 months now. I mean, look at the number of.
They said the vessel with 1,117 tons capacity was carrying about 8,100 barrels of suspended crude oil. At the time, who owns it? Does it belong to NNPC Limited? Who owns the product that was found on it? These are questions to answer. Who told the Navy to accompany it? We can't just leave these issues unattended to.
Led by a commodore.
It won't be anybody, Ayo. But who gave the directive that, come on, you see, Asari said those things, they were abusing him. Asari may say a lot of rubbish.
Honestly.
It doesn't mean that everything that comes out of his mouth makes no sense. He said it is so bad now that even straight from the wellhead, people are stealing crude. And it's not even a case of busting pipelines and then taking. from the wellhead, people are taking. That is too brazen. It's like saying, look, do your worst. I want to steal this.
Military, everybody will be involved.
Yes.
The owners of the thing.
Yes, they are involved. Official complicity. That level of stealing cannot simply be done by small boys or small fries. No, big people, traditional rulers are involved.
Yeah.
Big people in those areas, they are involved. Big politicians are involved.
Make additional money.
Yes, big politicians are involved. You know, once you join them now, they will send you your own court. And then you pretend like you are not aware that such level of infraction is going on. That's why our country is where it is. I mean, this has to be properly investigated, and those behind this must be punished. Must be punished. The operatives said they refused to back down, but eventually contacted the NSA, the Badu, and the Chief of Naval Staff, who then authorized they should inspect the vessel. During the inspection, they noticed that the vessel was authorized to carry product by the Navy, but did not have any approval from the Nigerian mainstream and downstream petroleum.
What's the meaning of that?
So that means it is illegal. Illegal job.
That's the meaning. The thing is secured, yes, but not approval from the.
Because it's just like people who load from the park. Let's even use the ordinary one people can understand. Who load from this park, our parks, and then you now say the people at the gates who open the door of the park now give you a manifest to use. What about the one with the NURCW or RTN logo? Manifest itself, issued officially. That's what it means. That those passengers are illegal. That's the meaning. And you see, I read the defense of the Navy and I laughed because it doesn't even make sense for you to try to twist logic and stand logic on its head. You said you were escorting. He said, no, you weren't escorting. We stopped boats of you on the sea. So how will you be escorting what is illegal, if indeed, and then refuse to back down if it was illegal?
Is it Nigerian vessel?
It's a Togolese.
A Togolese vessel.
So,
does the product belong to NMPC? The answer is no. Because the NMPC should have come out to say, look, that product is our no.
That is when you can say
even
that's
NMPC,
the only one that you should be able to officially.
NMPC left Abuja to go and find out again. So if it knew about it from the onset, why will it be going? Why will it send a committee to go and find out? From available information in security circles, there are said to be three pipelines. Three major pipelines that it will deal with. While the one under Tantina with Tompolo as head is said to be about 95% secure. Can't find breakages. You can't find people tapping. That's 95% secure. Another one in a private hand, the second one, is 65% secure. The one under the military is said to be around 5%.
That's
which is quite sad.
That's distasteful to hear.
Which is quite sad. How do you have people
They are meant
who
to
are
be highest standard of
that's their own job?
professionalism, do their job and everything.
Whatever these other people do is just bonus.
I'm telling you,
And we're even paying.
private constructors will be learning from them.
What they have even done to us is this. We are paying the military to secure us. They can't. We now go to a private security concern, we pay. And then they still use the same military
Trying to sabotage them.
we are using to secure those pipelines. The same military. So it's sad. And when the last time the Koko came up and said, this is, the Navy was quick. But it forgot that down the line, some years back, when Rupadu was chairman of the EFCC, Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, 2 rear admirals were sent to jail for such complicity as this under Ribadu. So, if this is happening,
how can somebody rise to a level of Rear Admiral? Yes, and you are doing this.
And you are doing this.
Rear Admiral.
If Ribadu,
all your years in the military, and years of waste.
Down the drain.
If Ribadu did not intervene in this, I'm wondering what would have happened. It means those guys would have gotten away with it.
Yes.
That's the meaning.
And that's why it makes sense that when you take this kind of job, there has to be direct access to the big decision makers. Because if, for example, they couldn't reach Ribadu, for example, as NSA, and they tried to call the chief of naval staff too, they couldn't reach him. Otilo.
They would have.
They don't go with that. Have you?
That's the meaning. So we still need to work on this. If indeed the office of the NSA is as equipped as it is now, then we must tap into that technology.
Going like that is an ongoing thing.
Yes.
So
no, this won't be the last.
It won't be the last. But at least
look at the video sent to me. That in the heart of town, somebody has underground storage depot, just storing crude oil. You won't even know that something like that was there. That means it's possible for them to even construct a network of pipelines from where they are stealing crude. And then you see a giant building in the heart of town. You think, oh, it's people are living inside, whereas it's a storage facility. Look at the danger in the event of any conflagration. You know how many people it will kill.
I don't know if you recollect the story in Abuleba.
yes,
Yes, now.
Just some years back, where they took a pipe with petrol
Under people's house.
and took it right into the hotel. Until some neighbors shouted that we smell petrol here every day. We see huge tankers coming. This is supposed to be hotel. And that is Nigeria for you. So I can imagine what will be happening in the heart of the Niger Delta, especially those areas that you can't reach by road. And the NSA has a lot of work to do.
I think clearly now, it's no longer
Because Ashwaju is desperate to ensure that we make more money from crude oil. And that's why it's trying to...
So these people will be having it more difficult now.
He will be...
It's not going to be as...
He will be harassing them to produce results, because he knows that the more we are able to limit this theft, the more money we make as a nation. We can't meet our targets. We are breaching oil pipelines. Even so many of the oil majors have run away from Nigeria because the level of stealing is too much.
A lot, I mean, some of them, Shell, for instance, they are giving up their allocations, their oil wells.
No, they are leaving. They are divesting from Nigeria. And when they divest like that, you know, that means oil production will reduce, because you need time to fill the vacancy, I mean the voids that they have created by their departure. Agjip and the rest of them just leaving. You know, it's sad.
So we want to know, at the end of the day, what will happen to this vessel?
Yeah, but it should be. This should
and
not even
the
be
people, because
it's the job of
not just arresting the errand boys.
Yes.
We want to know those behind this.
Of course.
Now that some people in the Navy have been identified, especially the commodore,
they need to interrogate them. Let's get more facts.
what happened, who sent him.
And there should not be cover up, because Nigeria is a country where cover ups happen easily.
And one day we forget, another story will break tomorrow.
No, people won't even talk about that. Even when they talk about it, they pitch tent based on tribal.
That's another
I've never seen a people like this.
That's another problem.
Also, tribal. That means whether you will comment on a matter, depending on who the tribe of the person, the criminal. And when you comment, you take side. If you don't, you most of the time they just fail to comment. They just look away like it didn't happen. A criminal is a criminal, whether it comes from your hometown or not.
No.
People must realize that. It's silly. It's very silly to not attack a criminal just because he's from your area.
And be attacking
this person too did it. It's not our business whether someone, once that person is arrested, let us shame him. Let's not protect him. Let's not say, oh, because he's this. No, that's not what we want. That's not what we want.
And it's one of the reasons why somebody like me, when the issue was brought up that ministerial nominees, they're wearing generals who will oversee Ministry of Defense. I said, well, it's okay for us if that will yield the desired result. Because when they were there, what did we get?
Honestly.
A lot of situations
It's not even a new thing. From time immemorial, we've been using civilians.
It's not,
And it's not our country alone that does
it's
it.
not. What
Even
we
in
need
Germany,
are
a woman
very effective.
was chief of, was Minister of Defense in Germany. That time when Warri went there, a woman was the Minister of Defense. So, a big deal.
Because once we are even able to achieve what we want, security of the country, it's an important thing.
Right. After much agitation, a new song is emanating from